plans to build affordable homes in Austin. We're covering Habitat for Humanity's Home Initiative.
UT Theater and Dance is performing Cabaret this week. We're joined by one of the actors to learn more.
And finally, Halloween is here. We're playing a fun game to get in the spooky spirit. All this and more coming up right here, right now on Good Morning Longhorns. Good Morning Longhorns for this Wednesday, October 29th. I'm Aneesh Tiwari.
And I'm Lola Rodriguez. Thanks for joining us this morning. How are you doing this week, Aneesh?
I'm doing great, Lola. It's a big week. Halloween's around the corner, and I'm excited for football to return to DKR. Do you have any Halloween plans?
I do. I'm doing quite a few group costumes with my friends, so I'm really excited. The weather finally feels like fall. I can wear all my sweaters and drink hot lattes, so I'm excited. And hopefully I get a ticket today, so it'll be a fun game day as well.
That's right, and we got a lot to get into it, so let's get started. First this morning, Jim Davis was inaugurated as UT's 31st president last Wednesday when he delivered his first State of the University address. The occasion did not go by without controversy, as over 100 students gathered outside, protesting the event, as well as UT's silence on a compact proposed by President Donald Trump. Our Emmy Adams has the story.
A crowd of over 100 students protested outside Hogg Memorial Auditorium last Wednesday, while University President Jim Davis was ceremoniously sworn into his role inside.
The goal with this demonstration is to show our new president, President James E. Davis, our displeasure with the compact and show the impact that signing it would have, not only on himself as president, but on us as students.
The compact this protester is referring to is the Compact for Academic Excellence in Higher Education, a proposal President Donald Trump's administration made to 9 universities in early October, one of those being UT.
My understanding is the students are very frustrated with the direction that UT is going. Probably most urgently, they're frustrated with the fact that UT has not yet rejected the Trump administration compact.
This is a peaceful demonstration. We do not wish to overthrow our leaders. We do not wish to destroy the university. We simply hope to make it better and to maintain its autonomy.
If signed, the compact would require universities maintain a cap on international student enrollment, set a 5-year tuition freeze, and officially recognize only 2 genders. But for universities that refuse to sign Trump's compact, that could mean cuts in federal research funding.
When we look at that tower, when we look upon the University of Texas's bell, its staple, and its lawn, we see an academic institution that has protected us for years. We see a school in which we should feel safe and prioritized as students. The Longhorns are the heart of UT Austin. Without the Longhorns, there is no UT.
The university has not publicly announced whether it will sign Trump's compact. Reporting on campus, Emmy Adams, TSTV News.
The university has still not made an announcement on whether it will sign the compact, despite the many students continuing to voice their displeasure with the administration.
Election Day is November 4th, but early voting is already underway. However, no one in Congress, the White House, state, or city officials are up for re-election. Instead, a set of statewide propositions and one citywide tax increase is what's on the ballot. TSTV News' Joseph Sweeney brings us more on voter turnout in these off-year elections and what these measures could mean.
Well, if you're looking to vote here on campus, there's a few polling locations here nearby. There's this one right here over by the LBJ school, and another here at the Texas Union. But how many Texans actually come to the polls during an off-year election? Polling data shows not that many. Just over 60% of registered voters cast their ballot in last year's presidential election. That's up from 45% in the 2022 midterms. But for the most recent off-year election, only 14% of voters came to the polls.
Travis County has the highest rate of voter registration in Texas, but unfortunately turnout is still low.
Molly Heichel is the president of Texas Votes, a student organization that gets voters to the polls each November. And she tells me,
local and statewide propositions and policies can affect students a ton.
This year's election could have a big impact.
In some ways more than the larger elections.
The sorts of items that make their way into these constitutional amendment elections are not geared towards student populations.
Josh Blank is the research director for the Texas Politics Project. He says that while most of these measures won't have an immediate effect on students, it's still important Longhorns get out and vote.
If you plan on staying in the state, if you want to move back home in Texas or even stay in Austin, there are things that are really important on this ballot.
The items blank says to watch. Prop 4 would allocate more funding towards the state's water infrastructure, something blank says we currently lack. Prop 14 would create a dedicated research fund for state dementia research, while Prop 13, along with Austin's Prop U, will both impact property taxes, something blank says could change housing costs for students and Austinites across the board.
These things have a lot of influence over our funding, taxes, our local and state policies. So I think that voter turnout is especially important during these elections as well.
Joseph Sweeney, TSTV News.
While no city officials here in Austin are on the ballot, neighboring cities like Buda, Kyle, and Pflugerville will decide who holds the office of mayor, as well as certain city council and school board positions. Early voting ends this Friday, and election day is November 4th.
Austin police have identified the man allegedly involved in a shooting at a downtown library this weekend. They're now connecting him to another shooting that same day. The first shooting happened around 1:30 a.m. Saturday on a Cap Metro bus. Police say the shooter pointed his gun at a woman and child and fired at another passenger before leaving the scene. Later that afternoon, the same man is accused of shooting a person in the bathroom at the Austin Central Library. When police arrived, the shooter already left. Austin PD found and arrested him more than an hour later in South Austin. Police say the two victims of both shootings are expected to survive.
Austin is experiencing a rebranding. In early October, the city revealed a new logo that'll be used for their social media, their website, and in advertising campaigns to identify Austin. This rebranding cost over $1.1 million and has received mainly negative feedback from Austin residents. The logo was created in green and purple to represent the city's greenery and hills, as well as the purple skies. The logo was made to identify the city of Austin and promote tourism. Time will tell if Austinites will come to love the new logo and if it will succeed as a representation of the city of Austin.
And Austin Fashion Week is back for its 17th year, running from November 6th through 8th at the Domain and benefiting Central Texas flood relief efforts. The fashion event takes place in both the fall and spring each year and is aimed at showcasing up-and-coming independent designers. This year is expected that 80 runway designers will be featured between the two seasons, as well as 10 to 15 pop-up brands. Tickets for each day range from $35 to $195.
October marks a milestone for the Recreational Sports Center as it turns 35. The Rec Center first opened in October 1990 to keep up with the growing amount of participation from students that existing facilities couldn't handle. Now, 35 years later, the Rec Center will host a 90s themed celebration featuring treats and giveaways. The celebration will be on Wednesday, starting at 4 p.m. in the Recreational Sports Center lobby.
Campus Events and Entertainment is holding a Day of the Dead event at the Union Ballroom this Thursday. The event runs from 5 to 7 p.m. Students and a guest can get in for free with a UT ID. There will be free food, activities, and a chance to win prizes. There will also be an altar featuring photos of deceased loved ones, and students can submit photos of deceased loved ones to be featured on the altar by tonight. The submission form can be found on the UT E&E Instagram. Coming up, we're finding out if it's good weather for trick-or-treating. Your local forecast is next.
13 of the 48 club sports offered by the university now require students to submit proof of sex assigned at birth.
I know deep down they would probably want to stay with the university.
No way in hell anybody's going to tell my daughters what to do with their bodies.
This state is one of the worst in child education.
We can't take it anymore, seeing those scenes.
Going to Hillel on Friday night, all my family members kept texting me not to go.
There's a huge housing crisis in Austin. Do you have a plan in place to address this issue?
Welcome back. The rainstorm last week was a perfect way to get in the Halloween mood, but hopefully it doesn't get any scarier this week.
Joining us in the Weather Center to tell us more is Gabby Comer. Good morning, Gabby.
Good morning, Lola and Aneesh, and good morning, Longhorns. Everyone, I have some good news. Fall weather has finally arrived. Expect cooler temperatures this week, lows in the 50s and highs in the 60s and 70s. Today you can expect clear skies and wind with a high of 67 and a low of 52. Tomorrow you can expect more of the same with a high of 70 and a low of 48. Friday for Halloween, the high will be 72 and the low will be 45. If you're going trick-or-treating or going to be outdoors, it might be a good idea to bring a jacket because it's going to be a little chilly at night. This weekend, temperatures will rise slightly with highs in the 70s and lows in the 50s. The weather should be close to perfect for Texas football's game against Vanderbilt on Saturday, and the nice weather makes it a great weekend for lots of outdoor activities. That's all from the Weather Center. I'm Gabby Comer. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Gabby. The Longhorns football game this past weekend was a close one. Texas barely pulled out the win, beating Mississippi State in overtime 45-38. This is Texas' second OT win in back-to-back weeks. Manning finished 29 of 46 for 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and a rushing touchdown. Ryan Niblett returned a punt 79 yards to tie the game with 1:47 left in regulation. In overtime, Arch Manning was knocked out of the game, but backup quarterback Matthew Caldwell threw a touchdown to Emmett Mosley to secure the win. Manning is said to be in concussion protocol, but this doesn't mean he will necessarily be out next week. Saturday's game will be Texas's first game at DKR in over a month. They play number 9 Vanderbilt at 11 a.m.
Speaking of the game, earlier that morning, a rumor about Coach Sarkisian was published on The Athletic. Allegedly, according to sources not named, Sark was interested in NFL job openings, including a head coach spot at the Tennessee Titans. Right before the game, Sark's representatives denied the report, calling it, quote, patently false and wildly inaccurate, end quote. In the post-game press conference, Sark was quote, pissed off and continued that the claim was ridiculous and not factual. Looks like we won't be seeing the end of Coach Sark anytime soon.
And another win for Texas athletics as number 2 Texas volleyball swept LSU 3-0. This is the team's 8th straight sweep against the Tigers, keeping their undefeated record of 18-0. Freshman Kari Spears had 16 kills, while Tori Stafford had her 8th double-double of the season. Senior Emma Halter had 2 aces and reached 100 career aces. The Longhorns have now won 58 of their last 60 games on the road, which dates back to the 2019 season. They will now face number 9 Texas A&M in College Station at 6:30 p.m. Friday.
This week, Austin is hosting the Rosalind and Jimmy Carter Project, a nationwide Habitat for Humanity initiative. Every year, the project teams up with a different Habitat for Humanity chapter to build and repair homes across America. Our Gabby Comer has the story.
This week, thousands of volunteers from around the country gathered in Austin for the annual Rosalind and Jimmy Carter Work Project, a service project started by President Jimmy Carter to help build and repair homes around the United States. Many local Habitat for Humanity chapters apply every year for their city to host the event, and this year, the Carter Project chose Austin.
So it's just a pinch me type of moment. So proud of our community, so proud to be able to host an international event here in Austin, but most excited for the 25 homeowners that will now be able to afford a home in Central Texas.
Volunteers will build 25 homes in a week for soon-to-be Austin homeowners in the Whisper Valley neighborhood in Manor, Texas. These homes are priced in the mid to low 200,000s, making homeownership accessible to the lower middle-class residents of Austin.
I applied to Habitat for Humanity because I've been in Austin for about 10 years and always dreamed about staying here and being able to put down roots in Austin. That's elusive for young people who, I'm a state employee, so we don't make a ton of money or a passion of public service. So I always dreamed about owning a home in Austin, and Habitat for Humanity makes that possible.
And the work doesn't stop after this week. Austin Habitat for Humanity plans to build 48 homes in the Whisper Valley neighborhood by this summer. Mariva Valier and Gabby Comer reporting for TSTV News.
The Carter Project will continue through the weekend and on Friday. Homeowners will start moving into the homes built this week in summer 2026.
Campus Events and Entertainment hosted Emo Night last Wednesday. The event included contests and competitions, from quizzes about popular bands to a costume contest, where attendees could win prizes, with a giveaway at the end of the event. The event also featured students and local bands that covered popular emo and punk rock bands and artists.
it also was just great to meet other people on campus who loved the same things I did. I mean, I see all these kids out here, they're all wearing their emo gear, their emo costumes, and I think that it's a big campus, so it's a great chance to meet people who have the same interests as you in a way that you might not get to meet them on a daily basis.
E&E will host other events throughout the semester. Check their Instagram to learn more before their next event.
Misty Copeland took her final bow on October 22nd at the Lincoln Center in New York City as she retired from the American Ballet Theater after a 25-year career. Copeland became the first black female principal dancer in the company's 85-year history. Copeland's final performance took place at ABT's Fall Gala, marking her return to the stage after 5 years. The event was attended by several notable guests, including Oprah Winfrey. During retirement, Copeland says she hopes to focus on new opportunities off stage and continue to advocate for diversity in ballet.
And Megan Thee Stallion recently released her new single titled Lover Girl, where she talks about her new relationship with the NBA player Klay Thompson. She expresses how happy she is and the romantic details about their relationship. This is the first song Megan has made since their relationship became public in July 2025. Megan claims that she has never dated someone as kind as Klay in her life and cannot wait to see where their relationship will go in the future.
K-pop boy group 17 performed at the Moody Center last Tuesday and Wednesday for their new world tour. 4 of the 13 members could not make the concert due to mandatory military enlistment. The concert started at 7:30 p.m. and concluded after 3 hours. The concert featured fan-favorite songs, solo stages from each member, and an encore. The night at Moody Center gave fans the opportunity to interact with 17 directly. Following the concert, 17 posted on social media thanking Austin for its energy. After the break, we're joined by a student actor performing this week at UT's Cabaret play. Don't go anywhere.
Determined to start your day well? We're up bright and early. From the enriching local stories to the weather forecast later in the day. Rain or shine, at Good Morning Longhorns, we got you covered. Comprised of a studious reporting staff going lengths to get that scoop, and a talented technical team to enhance your screen visually. As a fellow Longhorn, your mornings are better with us. So start your day the Vivo way. Good Morning Longhorns, Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Central Time on TSTV.
Welcome back.
This week, UT Theater and Dance present their latest production, Cabaret. Set in the late 1920s Germany, the musical takes its audience inside a cabaret club and tells the stories of the people inside it, all while the Nazi Party rises to power.
And this morning, we're joined by David Ghanema, a fourth-year BFA and acting major here at UT, who stars in Cabaret. Good morning, David.
Good morning, you guys. How's it going?
Morning. Good.
Well, before we get into it, how does it feel to be back here in the studios? You were, of course, on GMLH a few years ago.
Oh my gosh, my old stomping grounds. It's crazy. I don't know. It's so nice to be back and seeing some familiar faces here. So yeah, it's nice to be back.
Yeah. Well, we're just days away from opening night of Cabaret. How has this week been for you and the crew with your final preparations?
Oh my gosh, it's been unreal. We just kind of finished up tech last week, and all the different components are coming together. But luckily, we have such a great creative team that their creative vision is like really shining through, and they're so motivated, and it's really coming together. So we have our final dress rehearsal tonight before we have our preview tomorrow. So yeah.
Well, that sounds really exciting. And in the play, you play MC, who's the host of the Cabaret Club and acts like a narrator for the story. How would you describe what it's like to play MC and what it's like to play such a unique role?
Yeah, I mean, the MC, it's such an iconic role, so it's been a lot of fun, like, putting my own spin on it. But the character itself, he's so fascinating. He sort of acts like this literary device that weaves in and out of, like, the narrative, and he kind of brings the audience in and then pushes the audience away, especially through these, like, super flashy numbers that have this, like, really sort of haunting subtext. Yeah, it's been a challenge that I've been so grateful to approach, and yeah, it's been great.
And over the course of your time here at UT, you've been in several productions, including A Midsummer Night's Dream last year. How does Cabaret compare?
Oh my gosh. Well, A Midsummer Night's Dream also is something that deals with like super heightened text, and I played Lysander, and Lysander's like really grounded, but still if you know the show, like he gets like the love potion in his eyes, and he's like super exaggerated and big. And I think a lot of that physicality transfers over to Cabaret, just in the way that I am. Like the MC isn't super like grounded. He doesn't really talk like you and I do, but it's a lot of fun to do stuff with such heightened text and just to be big and fun and flashy. Yeah.
That's awesome. And as a musical, Cabaret combines the more traditional elements of acting with song and dance. How did you get into musical theater, and what draws you to the stage?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I did musical theater. I started musical theater in 5th grade. Wow. I auditioned for Shrek the Musical Junior as a 10-year-old, and I got cast as Shrek, and then it sort of became an addiction. I decided to major in acting in college. UT didn't have a musical theater program, but I was really drawn to UT as a school, so I decided to go for the BFA in acting, and luckily they started doing musicals every other year. So my sophomore year we did this musical called Ride the Cyclone that I was able to be a part of, and then I'm finishing off my senior year with a bang with Cabaret. So, yeah.
Well, and finally, what can people expect when they go see Cabaret this week?
Yeah, I mean, Cabaret, it's a big name show. I think the Broadway run just finished recently, but it's fun, it's funny, but it's a cautionary tale, and it's scary, and it might make audiences a little uncomfortable, but in a way that makes them think, it's definitely a timeless story, and I think it's important to be seen now. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's all the time we have this morning. Thank you so much, David, for coming on. We wish you and the crew the best of luck.
Thank you guys so much.
And Cabaret will run from October 30th through November 9th on campus at the B. Iden Payne Theater. You can buy tickets online at jointhedrama.org.
Coming up, we're playing a spooky game just in time for Halloween. We'll be right back.
13 of the 48 club sports offered by the university now require students to submit proof of sex assigned at birth.
I know deep down they would probably want to stay with the university.
No way in hell anybody's going to tell my daughters what to do with their bodies.
This state is one of the worst in child education.
We can't take it anymore seeing those scenes.
Going to Hillel on Friday night, all my family members kept texting me not to go.
There's a huge housing crisis in Austin. Do you have a plan in place to address this issue? Determined to start your day well? We're up bright and early. From the enriching local stories to the weather forecast later in the day. Rain or shine, at Good Morning Longhorns, we got you covered. Comprised of a studious reporting staff going lengths to get that scoop, and a talented technical team to enhance your screen visually. As a fellow Longhorn, your mornings are better with us. So start your day the Vivo way. Good Morning Longhorns, Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Central Time on TSTV.
Welcome back. Halloween is coming up quick, and 'tis the season to buy into being scared.
Our Emmy Adams is here to play one of her favorite Halloween games. How are you doing this morning, Emmy?
I'm doing well. It's Halloween, it's cool outside, I'm super excited. All right, so let's get into it. Happy Halloween. Personally, I've been really into spooky season this year, which is why I brought this fun game for us to play. It's something that I actually used to play at my grandma's Halloween parties as a kid. So I also thought we'd start off with a quick question. Do you guys have any fun Halloween traditions or things that you did when you were younger that you really like?
I feel like just going to a haunted house, that was always a lot of fun, but yeah, nothing crazy.
For me, it was always trick-or-treating. I mean, going out in the neighborhood, with the friends and trying to get all the candy. Yeah.
All right, so the name of the game today is Touch of Terror. As you can see, we have several bowls in front of us. Each one is mimicking something spooky. So your job is to guess what's really inside of these bowls.
All right, let's do it.
I'm ready. Okay. So the first one we have over here is going to be our eyeballs. So go ahead, just kind of reach your hand under the cloth and see if you can guess what it is.
Oh, it's wet. I don't know. I don't think that...
Ew, it's really slimy.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like wrinkled fingers. When your hands get wet from it. No, I don't think it is.
Any guesses?
I think it's like
grapes.
Fruit, maybe.
I think it's
grapes.
Grapes, it is.
All right.
Yes!
We have, they're like skinned,
peeled grapes.
Yeah,
kind of gross. Okay, so next we have worms. Go ahead, it's going to be that bowl right there.
Looking forward to this
Reach in, see if you can guess.
It's also wet.
More adjectives.
Very slimy.
Oh, very slimy. Kind of feels like it would be stretchy.
Yeah, like maybe a rubber band?
No, not
pasta.
rubber.
Like fettuccine Alfredo.
Yes, we've got
pasta.
just some good
That
pasta in
makes
there.
more
All right, next we have brains.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You can go for
Can I go first this
Yes.
time? Thank you. What the I don't know.
This one might be a
Let's see.
It's kind of
Oh yeah,
crumbly.
The texture is
Crumbly,
interesting here. It's like a little rough.
Yeah. Maybe broccoli or cauliflower.
Close. It's cauliflower. Yes.
The white.
I thought I'd try and trip you up with that one. All right. So then we have monster tongues. So go ahead, reach into this bowl. See if you can guess what that is.
Oh, I do not like that one at all.
You can wipe your hands. We do have.
We have napkins.
Right here.
Thank you.
I feel like that's also another fruit, maybe. Maybe
Bananas. Seriously, yeah.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Wow, you're good at this
I used to work at a smoothie bowl shop, so yeah.
Oh, so she knows. All right, so after that, we have two more left, you guys. Next is going to be ears. See if you can guess this one. It also might be a little trickier.
Let's see. Oh, this one's difficult. This one is difficult for sure. I'm not really getting much here. I think it's very rough, very rocky.
Oh, like a dried something? Like a prune?
Close.
Maybe
A date? No.
Raisin?
No, think more, it's not necessarily a fruit, but it is something that's dried.
Just dried.
Yeah.
Oh, like, no, I don't know, actually, sorry.
Maybe like a dried mango or something.
But that's fruit.
No, it's not a fruit. Just think like dried things.
Okay.
I don't think we have this.
Yeah, I think you might need to tell us,
It's
please.
beef jerky.
Oh.
All right, and then
That's so
finally,
interesting.
for our last one, we have a heart. This one might be a little messy, so.
Ooh, that's definitely
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if I want to touch this
Oh my
one.
gosh.
Maybe like a rubber band again.
Any guesses?
I think Jell-O.
It's Jell-O.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for playing. I know I had fun, and I hope you did too. Thanks for having me, and have a fun and safe Halloween, Longhorns.
Well, that's all the time we have for this Wednesday. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Aneesh Tiwari.
And I'm Lola Rodriguez. From our Good Morning Longhorns team, we'll see you back here next week. For Campus First News, you can follow us on Instagram at Good Morning Longhorns, and check out our website at tstvnews.com.